All right, let's get started. Welcome back to Infotics. In today's video, we're going to be analyzing another passage from our favorite book, ELS. And what we're going to do is we read, we try to understand, and we analyze the chunks that we can use it either in speaking or writing. And our today's passage is about allergic reactions to cosmetics. Let's start. In a recent survey, it was found that 25% of the women interviewed reported drying and burning of the skin after using certain soaps. 10% had eye and nasal irritations after using certain perfumes. And 8% had cracked lips after using certain lipsticks. Okay, this is a pretty long sentence. Now let's break it down one by one. In a recent survey, like you guys know what survey means because like in Uzbek it is sorovnoma. In Russian it's apros. And next one, it was found that 25% of the women interviewed reported drying. Well, this is a pretty nice sentence. Let me break it down to you. So, 25% of the women interviewed reported blah 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 blah. So here we have reduced clause. Reduced clause. The sentence itself should have been 25% of the women that were interviewed reported blah 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 blah. You see how the part of the relative clause is not really being used and it's being omitted. So you can do the same in your speaking and writing as well. For example, you can say, I bought all the books needed for writing. You can say, yeah. So let's make up another sentence. I can say, so everyone should bring money required for required for the refurbishments. Like everybody should bring money required for the refurbishment. Yeah, I mean, in the sentence is grammatically okay, but meaning wise, I don't think it's a good one. And meaning wise, you can learn this chunk as well. Like this part. Wise, it means in terms of something. I can say money wise, he's not reliable. We can say, yeah. And yep. So we can just go to ChatGPT and learn it in a bit more detail. Just a second. All right, here we go. Explain the use of clause here. You see, the phrase interviewed is a part of a reduced clause. You see, 25% of the women who were interviewed reported something. And I can say, give me examples. Give me examples with different clauses. So the students who were selected will receive certificates. The students selected will receive certificates, you see? And the documents that were signed yesterday are missing. The documents signed yesterday are missing, you see? The woman who lives next door is a doctor. The woman living next door is a doctor. Students who study hard usually succeed. Students study hard usually succeed. So I highly encourage you to learn this grammar structure in more detail with your teacher or using, again, ChatGPT. So reduced clause. Let's continue. So, 25% of the women interviewed reported drying and burning of the skin. Drying of the skin degani, drying of the skin, terni qurib ketishi. Terni qurib ketishi. And burning of the skin. I'll show you an example. Burning of the skin. This is burning of the skin, okay? And the next one, and 10% had eye and nasal irritations. Nasal, like nose, yep. Irritations, yani qichishlар. Tak, nasal irritation. Yes, this one, you see? That's nasal irritation. And the next one, after using certain perfumes, and 8% had cracked lips. Yorilgan lablar, cracked lips. Yorilgan lablar, yes. After using certain lipsticks. Lipstick degan pomada. And yep, this sentence is pretty clear. O'sha yaqinda bo'lgan surveyda, so'rovnomada topishibdiki, что 25% odam, o'sha ayollar intervyu qilinganlarning ichidan terini qizarib ketishi va qurib ketishi sodir bo'lgan ekan. Ba'zi bir sovunlardan foydalangandan keyin 10% ko'z va burun qichishlari bo'lgan. Ba'zi bir perfyumlarni, atirlardan foydalangandan keyin. And 8% va 8%da lablar yorilib ketgan ekan, lipstiklardan foydalangandan keyin. Next one. The most common symptoms of allergic dermatitis. Allergic dermatitis bu kasallik. Dermatitis. Allergic disease, we can say, yeah. Are extremely dry skin. O'sha allergiyadan sodir bo'lgan kasalliklarni eng asosiy, eng odatiy bo'lgan alomatlari, simptomlari extremely dry skin, judayam quruq bo'lgan teri, scaling. I'll show the scaling of the skin. This one. So this is scaling of the skin, you see. And then the redness with swelling and itching. The redness with swelling and itching. This is a redness with swelling and itching, you see. That's not really a good thing, you know. So swelling degani ishib ketishi, itching qichishish. Okay, the products most likely to cause this condition are lipstick. Mana bu yoqda ham o'sha grammatik ishlatilgan. The products that are most likely to cause. Just a second. No, I couldn't use this one. Okay. It's مثلا reduces clause border. The products that are most likely to cause this condition are lipstick. You see. Okay. Most likely to cause. You can learn the grammar structure. Most likely to do something. He's most likely to be late. We can say, yeah. He is most likely. Yeah. And you can again approach ChatGPT and tell it to give you sentences. Give me sentences to use for to be most likely to plus a verb. So she's most likely to win the competition. They are most likely to arrive late because of traffic. Students who revise regularly are most likely to succeed. You see, you're most likely to feel tired after the trip. Katta ehtimol bilan shunaqa bo'lishga yordam beradi. Katta ehtimol bilan biror narsa bo'lishligi. Okay, let's continue. This condition, mana shu holatlar tepada aytib o'tilgan o'sha allergiya sodir olib keladigan holatlarga olib keladigan asosiy narsalar pomadalar, nail polish, tirnoq qo'yib olishadi-yu, qizlar o'sha narsa. Soap, keyin bizda bu sovun, hair preparations, sochga qilinadigan turmaklardagi ishlatilgan narsalar, deodorants, dezodorant deymiz o'zbek tilida adashmasam, and perfumes. Okay. Various drugs are being developed for the relief of allergy sufferers. various uh, har xil. And it's not really similar to difference. If you don't know the difference between various and different, I highly encourage you to go through it on your own. And the next one are being developed for the relief of allergy sufferers. Relief degani ularni og'rig'ini qoldirish uchun. Relief to ease pain, okay? To ease the pain of allergy sufferers. However, your best help is to convert to a cosmetic product to which you have no harmful reaction. O'zingga yordam beradigan, o'zingga qilaoladigan eng katta yordaming to convert to degan, to change degani. To change, convert to change. Shunaqa kosmetik produktga change qilginki, sani umuman harmful reactioning yo'q bo'lsin, deyapti. Remember that the product is not at fault. Esingda tursin, deyapti. Produktda u xato emas, deyapti, at fault. Or in any way injurious. Hech qanaqa yo'lda zararli emas, deyapti. It's your particular sensitivity that creates the problem. Bu sani ta'sirchanliging problemani yaratadigan, deyapti. Boshida tarjima qilamiz. Esingda tur, deyapti. Esingda tut shu narsani. Produktda problema emas yoki hech qanaqa yo'lda senga zararli emas. Bu sani ta'sirchanliging problema olib kelayotgan. You see? At fault degani like to have a mistake, you can say, to have a mistake, yeah. Next one is not at fault or in any way injurious. It's your particular sensitivity it's your particular sensitivity to it that creates the problem. This is a cleft sentence right here. I highly encourage you to learn cleft sentences on your own as well. We can just approach again, prompt ChatGPT and explain and say, explain left sentence here. It's your look. Cleft sentence is a structure used to emphasize one part of a sentence. Okay. For example, look, it plus to be emphasize element that or and then you will continue. Be is to be, you know it. Look, it's John who broke the window. It was yesterday that she called. It is money that they care about most. It was because of the weather that we stayed home. So these are the examples of cleft sentences, and they are all used to put stress on the topic that you have. And I highly encourage you to learn this grammar structure because it's really practical. It's absolutely practical. You can use it in writing, you can use it in speaking or something. For example, in writing, you can say, like when you're concluding your sentence, it is for this reason why people should limit their phone use. You talked about different detrimental negative effects of phone use, and when you're concluding your paragraph, you can say it is for this reason why people should limit their phone use. You can say, yeah. And next one, a line of hypoallergenic cosmetics that are relatively from substances that have been found to create allergic reactions is on the market. Aytyapti, bir nechta allergiyaga qarshi kosmetikalar deyarli almost free from substancega qo'shiladigan moddalar, chemicals that have been found to create allergic reactions. Shunaqa substancelarsiz, chemical moddalarsiz bo'lgan kosmetikalar, o'sha cosmetics is on the market. Bular marketda ekan. I'll translate this sentence once again. Allergiyaga qarshi kosmetikalar, ularning ichida hech qanaqa chemical moddalar yo'q bo'lgan kosmetikalar hozir marketda bor ekan, bozorda bor ekan. And let's start with with the revised columns, allergic reactions to cosmetics. So there was a recent survey, and in this survey, about 25% of women were interviewed, and most of them had a lot of allergic reactions. And among them, using certain perfumes caused eye and nasal irritations, and 8% had cracked lips after using certain lipsticks. And the most common symptoms were dry skin, scaling, and redness with swelling and itching. So a lot of people use lipsticks, nail polish, soap, and hair preparation, deodorants, and perfumes. So these uh, cosmetics, not cosmetics, so these things, yeah, most likely to cause aforementioned problems with people's skin. So it's a better idea to convert to a cosmetic that is not really harmful instead of using products that cause such problems. And we should all remember that the product is not at fault or is in any way injurious. It's our sensitivity that causes certain problems. And we can also use products that are relatively from substances, and they're actually on the market now. And yep, we're done with the what's with the passage. So let's now do this one. Investigation or study of people's behaviors. That's survey of the nose, nasal, feeling of discomfort or pain. Is it suffer or something? I think it's suffer, yep. Suffer. Having lines or spits on so because it's damaged. Correct. Signs of illness indicated by changes in the body's condition. Symptoms. A skin condition or disease. Dermatitis. Dermatitis. Yes, becoming covered in hard, dry pits coming off in small and dry pits. Uh, this one is correct, I think. No, this is scaling, scaling. We saw scaling. This one. You see, this is scaling. And becoming greater in size and rounder than the normal. This is swelling. Spitze. Unpleasant feeling on the skin, which makes the person scratch it, itching. Shish. To be expected, probably the case. Most likely, lessening and removal of pain will relieve it. Change from one thing to convert. Harmful, damaging, injurious, related to belonging to only one, being separate from different. Particular, yes. Not causing an allergic reaction containing fewer substances known to cause allergic reactions. Hypoallergenic, allergenic, compared with others, comparatively, relatively, yes. And yep, we're done with this one. Let's now proceed to the next one. So the writer advises those with allergic reactions to stop using a soap. Nope. To take anti-allergenic drugs. Nope. Change their brand of cosmetics. Um, this one might be avoid all the cosmetics. No, they didn't talk about avoiding. Complain to the manufacturer. That's not drugs, so it's going to be C. Next one. It's likely that the aim of the survey was to test how well a particular brand of soap was selling. To help, okay, to help the drug manufacturers in the development of remedies. The word remedy means, let me write it here. A remedy. Was it written like this? Yes, remedy. Like easing the pain. Painkiller, we can say. to get evidence, to get proof to support a legal claim for damages against cosmetics company? No, they didn't want to get any proof to go against a cosmetics company to collect the information needed to force cosmetic companies to withdraw certain products. To withdraw means to cancel. To cancel. And to get an idea of how women react physically to cosmetics. Okay, the first one, nope. To aid the drug benefit, nope. To get evidence to support legal claim, nope. They didn't talk about a legal claim. To collect the information needed to force cosmetic company to withdraw certain products, no. To get an idea of how women react physically to cosmetics. Yeah, it's most probably going to be the last one because others do not really fit. Next one, certain products cause allergies because they are very low quality. There's nothing about low quality. The women are taking drugs which react adversely to cosmetics. The women are taking drugs which react adversely to the cosmetics. I don't think so. The women overuse them by as much as 25%. They didn't mention about overusing, but we can learn the chunk as much as. Use it to put stress on the on something. It's usually related with percentages. You can say as much as 59% of students came to the lesson. As much as meaning, we can, no, it didn't really get what I wanted to mean. So let's again approach ChatGPT. You see a surprisingly large amount, possibly up to 25%. It's used to emphasize that the number is high or significant. As much as 25% of the population may be affected. The company lost as much as 25% of its revenue last year. Prices increased by as much as 25% in some areas. You see, 25% of the students failed the exam, neutral. As much as 25% of students failed the exam. The phrase adds emotional and rhetorical emphasis. So I highly encourage you to learn this one. As much as many as, with countable nouns, with uncountable nouns. And we've got as little as well, as little as few as many as. So let's continue. Certain people are sensitive to their ingredients. The manufacturers use harmful ingredients because they are cheaper. So it's going to be most probably D. And next one. He's having his old garage converted into a photographic studio. He is having his old garage converted into a photographic studio. So here we have a causative. Here we have causative, yes. It's a good grammar. For example, you don't say I got my hair every month. Instead, you say I have my hair cuts every month. So you don't cut your hair on your own, but you go to a barber and the barber cuts your hair. So in this case, we can say I have my hair cut every month. So this grammar structure is used when you don't want to tell who is doing the action. Its formula is going to be subject plus has plus object and verb 3. You can say I have my car washed every week. You don't wash your car on your own, but somebody else does it instead of you. I am I'm tall, but even I can't reach the top shelf. I'm relatively tall, maybe, yes. I'm relatively tall. Relatively tall, but even I can't reach that top shelf. Okay. One of the two mugs, one or two of the mugs are, but most of them are in perfect condition. So this is mug, by the way. This is mug, okay. We can say a cup, but this one is more, how do we say it? More specific, yes. Are correct. Correct, okay. Yoral koyun, ters ketken. But most of them are in perfect condition. To be in perfect condition. You can say, I don't want to throw my books away. They are all in perfect condition. Ulan sasayana studiamzo. There is a program I'd like to watch this evening if no one has any objections. There is what kind of program? There is a there's a particular program I'd like to watch this evening if no one has any objections. Have objections. Like have disagreements, refusals, refusals. Yep. I don't have any objections. I can say, yeah. I think that the cause of my eye irritation is the smoke from your cigarette. And yes, we are done with it. And let's check the answers. C, E, D. Just a second. So here we are. C, E, D. Yep. Converted, relatively correct particular rotation. So everything's correct. And yep, we are all done. And let's wrap it up. So today we analyzed with you another passage from our favorite book. And I hope it was quite useful for you. And I would like you all to revise the grammar structures here. For example, reduced clause and left sentences. These are really, really important grammar structures. And causative, okay, causative is another great grammar structure here. So three great grammar structures. And other than that, I mean, these are also great. Learn these in more detail on your own. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. So thank you for watching the video and I'll see you in my next videos. See you.